tutorial for double-click for publishers. So first place to go is google.com/DFP. Okay, once we get in, I'm going to go through what the basics are. So on the top level, you have what are called orders. Orders are a set of advertisements scheduled for an advertiser. Underneath each order, you can see after I clicked on one, you have your set of line items that are already existing. And under each line item has a start date and an end date. So, well, has a name, then which ads, so sizes, which I'll go into further later, the type of the line item, start date, end date, and then depending on the type, whether it's sponsorship or standard, you'll have either, for sponsorship, it's just, that's a takeover ad, so it's the from start to finish, there's no impressions, so you just say I have a goal for 100% of impressions. Or if it's standard, you can type in how many actual impressions you want it to get. These are some other settings. So display creatives, you can have one or more creative to be shown at the same time, and then underneath that you'll have the targeting, which I'll go into, and then each line item has creatives, which are the actual ad images, and then on each of the ad images there's the click-through URL. So we'll start off with a basic, let's say we're going to edit an advertisement. So you would click all orders, then you would find the ad that you want to modify. For instance, let's go to Naturalist Journeys, which I edited earlier. You would click on the line item, or you click on the order, and then you would click on the line item, then if you wanted to change the end date for it, you would click in the end time, select the new date that you would want, then go down and click Save. If you wanted to change the add a specific page that you wanted the ad to start showing up on, you would click in the targeting presets and then start to type in the name of the page that you want it to be added to. For instance, if we wanted it added to let's say the Species Guide's home search page, start typing in Species Guide -home. So this would be the name of it. Just click on that and it'll get added to the selected criteria. Or for instance, if you wanted bird cams home, you would click that, or bird cams kestrels, you would click on that. I'll show you where you can find a full listing of all the names of the pages later. So those are the basic ways of editing an ad. Let me show you a standard ad instead of a sponsorship ad. Let's see if I can find one. So for instance, this is Big Pockets. I named it Summer 2015 Standard. You would click on that. And then if you look here, Standard, you have a quantity of impressions. So you could change this number and change it to a higher number or lower number, whatever you'd want. And then go down and click Save. If you wanted to create a new ad, so let's say it's a new ad for an existing a new line item for an existing order, you would go to the existing order. So for instance, Perky Pet you would click New Line Item. And of course, the system is now messing up. Let's try it again. There we go. Give the line item a name. Enter in the inventory sizes. These would either be medium, which is their standard rectangle, small rectangle ad, or you would type in leaderboard of the 728 by 90 and select that instead. So these go into the inventory sizes. Then you would determine what setting. So is it a standard ad, which is an impression-based ad, or would it be a sponsorship ad, which is a takeover ad? Give it a start time, an end time, and a number of impressions, or just the start time and end time for a sponsorship ad. You could pretty much leave these alone. Display creatives, this would only be important, for instance, for the Perky Pet ad, where they want both of their creatives to show up on the same page, like the hummingbird page. That you would change this to one or more, or as many as possible. You'd probably want as many as possible for that. But most of our advertisers want this set to only one, because you only want one of their ads to show up on a page at a time. Then you would put in your targeting presets, and then you would click Save and Add Creatives. Now, because I didn't put anything in, it's not going to allow me to enter in the creatives. So I'll have to show you how to add creatives in a different way, because I don't want to add a fake advertisement in here. So I'm going to cancel this ad. So I'm going to go into adding creatives. So click on existing. This works the same way as if you would click Save and Add Creatives. So if you add creatives to a line item, click Add Creatives. You can drag and drop a file from your desktop or anywhere on your computer into this area and it'll automatically add it, or you can just click select files from your computer. I'm going to take this random one. So this finds the ad, automatically sets the ad size based on which one it is, set in your click-through URL, and then give it an alt text and click Save. That's it. It's pretty simple to add these to them. I'm going to click Cancel again. So those are the real basics of adding advertisements and setting them up. The only thing that you're really missing here is to see a list of all the different pages we have for the targeting presets. So if you click Inventory and then click Targeting Presets, here you'll see a list, which is quite large, of all the different pages that we have that you can put advertisements on. All of the ones that exist underneath All About Birds, so they're split into three groups: All About Birds, Species Guide, and Bird Cams. That's all determined by the name of the targeting preset. So All About Birds hyphen and then a page name. So for instance, All About Birds Archives is the archives page. All About Birds Birding Festivals Events is the festivals and events page. Now the browse pages, which I'll show you. Go to allaboutbirds.org, topics. So these are all the browse pages. So for instance, bird ID skills. This is one page. Then finding birds, basics, similar species. These are all other individual pages underneath bird ID skills. So this would be bird ID skills, finding birds, which if you look in here then would be all about birds, bird ID skills. Let's just search on that. So you see all about birds, browse bird ID skills. That's the top level page. Then bird ID skills advanced would be this page. Similarly, basics, finding birds, similar songs, etc. Or if you want to just assign an ad to all of the bird ID skills pages, which would be the top level page and all of these accompanying pages, your targeting preset, you would use all about birds, browse, bird ID skills, all. I put those in just to try to simplify matters. Other examples of pages would be the species guide. So you see species guide, and then there's a name for every single bird that's in the species guide, as well as home search, browse by name and shape, and browse by taxonomy. So those are all the different pages for the species guide. Similarly with bird cams, you have bird cams American kestrel, barn owl, barred owl, etc. Bird cams home, bird cams site wide, which is all of the pages within the bird cam site, and the show all cams pages. So I think that covers just about everything we need. When you're in the orders page, I always prefer to click all orders because it assigns them strangely. But this is where you would look to get your impressions and clicks. There's also the reports tab, which I'm not really familiar with, so I can't give you too much of a tutorial on how to use that. But I think this should get you started off. Feel free to ask questions as you move along with it.